Ahoy, and welcome to the Powwow Pitch Indigenous Startup Program Learning Series, a program designed to connect Indigenous entrepreneurs with experts, organizations, training, tools, and resources to start and grow thriving businesses. I am your host, Sunshine Kwem-Tenasco, a Kitigan Zibi Anishinaabe entrepreneur, author, and speaker. This series is a production of Powwow Pitch and is co-presented by RBC, Shopify, Facebook, with the support of an entire ecosystem of partners committed to your success. Welcome to our learning series. Do you want to delight your customers when they receive your products in the mail? Are you looking to spend less and save time on your shipping process for your business? Today's learning session is all about how to ship, presented in partnership with our friends at Canada Post. By the end of this session, you will know how to ship your products efficiently and reliably. You'll be a pro at packaging and labeling, a master of pickups and tracking, and you'll know what to do to develop an effective end-to-end process for shipping your products from cart to customer. Today's special guest presenter is Jeff Gopal, Manager of Parcels and E-commerce Solution Integration. Jeff will present a workshop for us, and then I'll have a chance to chat with him to dive deeper into all things shipping. Welcome to the Powwow Pitch Learning Series, Jeff. We're thrilled to have you with us here today.
Thanks, Sunshine, and welcome to everyone who's watching and tuning in through the fantastic program put on by Powwow Pitch. You've had the opportunity to learn how to fund your business, build your store, and take professional looking photos for your brand. So today we're going to cover some of the different ways for setting up your shipping operations. We're going to talk about how you can best manage orders as you get started and as your volume begins to grow. And we're going to talk about some of the tips and strategies when it comes to packaging, the value providing your customers with different delivery options, and the importance to a clear return strategy. Let's get started. So for the purpose of today's session, we're going to assume that you've already have your online presence set up. So what would that mean? So this means that you already know what you're going to sell. You already know how the product is going to be sourced or made, and you know where you're going to be selling the product. Whether it's a physical location like a pop-up shop, like your own branded website, or an e-commerce marketplace, or directly to consumers through social media. Or perhaps it could be a combination of two or more of these different channels. Lastly, you've designed and added products to your store and set yourself up to get paid. So now that you've got your first order, what's next? So from building an e-commerce store, here are some of the basics. Choosing the right platform, number one. With so many of them out there, free trials allow merchants to try a different platform and weigh out the advantages of one versus the other. So you may want to find something that fits your business in your operational needs. Very important. Number two is design your website. So many of the platforms actually have standard themes, which make it easy for you to choose the look and feel that professionally aligns to your brand. Then you can start adding products. So this involves preparing your products for loading to your site. So whether that's taking pictures, building descriptions with the size and the specs and the weight, this actually loaded them to the product catalog. Will you sell all of your products online or just a select few? This is just something to consider. Then you could set up a payment and decide whether you just want to accept credit cards or if you want to accept something like PayPal, for example. Finally comes the shipping policy setup. So this is where you're going to decide how much you want to charge for shipping. And also you're going to need to decide which carrier, from a carrier perspective, you want to handle the shipping for you and set them up within the selected platform. So once you have established an online presence, you're going to want to have to manage it. So what does that look like? What you see at the top of the screen is the consumer path to purchase. So which ultimately are the phases, the e-commerce journey your buyers experience as they complete their purchase from your brand from end to end. So we're going to go into this a little bit deeper and discuss the steps you as a merchant need to consider when setting up your shipping operation, so that you can deliver a great experience each step of the journey. So with each of these steps, no matter what stage your business is in, it's important and it's required to get your product into the customer's hands and create a great customer experience. But it's just as important to make sure that they suit your business needs as well. So when it comes to managing orders, you're going to need to do it in a way that works for you and your business, as we mentioned earlier. And this may vary based on the stage that you're in. So if you're just starting out, order management may not be the biggest hurdle you'll face out of the gate. Still, putting in the following basic principles into practice from the get-go will help you handle spikes in orders and navigate growth. First, stay on top of your inventory. Keeping your inventory in check and up to date in your e-commerce system means that when a customer buys a product online, you have it in stock. This practice will avoid disappointment, delays, and scrambling after an order is placed. Next, you want to choose a point of sale system. If you have a brick and mortar and an online store, then using an integrated POS, point of sale, system enables you to keep track of your inventory across both channels. This means when a customer buys an item through either channel, it will be reflected in your POS. Lastly, you want to sort your orders wisely. If you're getting up to a few orders a day, then you'll likely be using the FIFO method, first in, first out, which is the simplest, but it's also important to know your options. As you grow, you want to sort and prioritize based on factors like speed of delivery, the size of the order, or even if it's based on high-valued customers. Order fulfillment is the process of preparing and delivering a customer's order. It's not necessarily difficult to do, but speed and accuracy are essential to your growth. It doesn't matter whether you're filling out your basement, garage, store, or warehouse, the concepts remain the same. To save time and reduce errors, you're going to want to do some of the following. Number one, optimize your space. To avoid mix-ups, your fulfillment space needs to be clearly defined, and your inventory needs to be clearly in order for your outgoing order. So shelving can help you organize your product. It's also a good rule of thumb to make your most popular items the easiest to reach. You also want to think about an organized place for your supplies, such as tape, scissors, maybe a scale, anything you require to that aids your fulfillment. Next, you're going to want to determine your pick and pack process. So this is how you or your employees retrieve products and package them, which may start off as an intuitive process, but it's wise to create a streamlined process early to ensure efficiency in the future when orders grow. And the last important step for fulfillment is to print your shipping labels quickly and efficiently. Let's dive a bit deeper into some of these order fulfillment considerations. So when it comes to picking orders, most of you are starting out probably using a basic method. And this is where your employee can pick out the order from the inventory one at a time. But as you grow, you're going to look to better manage costs and minimize errors. And you may consider a batch picking process, which leverages software to let an employee know how many of one item they can pick for several orders at once. So there are many great companies out there who are modernizing the pick and pack process through technology. Companies like ShipHero, for example, are using iPads to help smaller operations run like more sophisticated warehouses. For label printing, it starts with your equipment. So to start, you'll need a printer so that you can print some barcoded shipping labels. Barcoded shipping labels, they give you and your customers a way to track orders while they're in transit. Not to mention that they save you a ton of time from grabbing a marker and handwriting the address of the shipment one by one. So many small businesses actually use office printers like an inkjet or a laser to generate labels on plain paper. If you're on a tight budget and create only a few labels a day, this works totally fine. But for highest efficiency, we recommend using or investing in a thermal printer. Thermal printers can cost as little as $200. They're formatted to print barcodes on self-adhesive labels, and therefore are major time savers, spitting out thousands of orders at a time. They're more environmentally friendly as well. Regardless of the printer that you use, though, you'll want to have a scale and measuring tape nearby so you know the size of the weight of the product that you're shipping. So those three necessities have you covered from a hardware and equipment perspective. But you also want to think about the software that you use. So ask yourself, am I willing to pay for these additional features? If no, Canada Post offers a wide variety of free shipping tools online and for your desktop that allow you to print up to a few hundred labels per day. So in some cases, you'll be able to print shipping labels directly within your platform or marketplace backend at no additional cost. But that's a convenient option that keeps all of your processes in a single place. But if you're selling in multiple sales channels or looking for enhanced functionality, you may want to consider a third-party shipping tool. And there are several affordable industry-leading third-party shipping solutions that offer enhanced shipping capabilities like batch shipping or shipping automations, for example. But it all depends on what stage you're in, really, and what you're looking to accomplish, and also how much you're willing to really spend. So even for the smallest and the newest businesses, proper product packaging can have a huge impact on costs. And here's what you need to know. Choose the right packaging. You'll likely face several decisions surrounding the kind of packaging that's best for your products, such as boxes, padded mailers, and poly bags. So consider some of the following. Your packaging needs to protect your products in transport. For instance, mailers are okay for flat, lightweight products, but you'll need boxes for heavier and bulkier items. The dimensions and the weight of your package will affect your shipping costs. The larger and the heavier the order is, the more it costs to ship. So you want to choose the most compact size of package for your package without compromising the safety of its contents as it goes through the delivery process. You want to package your items securely. If you don't use enough filler or cushion for your products or fail to secure your package with adequate tape, your items can get damaged in transit. And a damaged shipment can lead to a bad customer experience. So make sure that your products fit snugly, both for safety and to help keep costs in check. Next is to be sustainable. The easiest way to be sustainable with your packaging is to avoid overpacking, but also keep in mind that customers increasingly prefer sustainable packaging. So look for ways to introduce recyclable content in the materials that you choose. Because research tells us that 46% will shop more with retailers that are focused on reducing their carbon footprint. So lastly, branding is a very important element to consider, especially when you think about the receiving experience for your customers, because packaging can be an extension of your brand and a way for small businesses to differentiate themselves from big guys. Just to be ensure and understand the end-to-end cost for additional packaging elements to your bottom line. So when it's time to get your orders out the door, you're going to want to choose a delivery company who can get your product to your customers safely and securely. First, how will you get your orders to the carrier? If you only have a few shipments per week, then bring them to the post office. Many businesses, just like yours, do just that. And if you have enough volume, a pickup service will save you time. Canada Post pickup service can be on demand or on a regular schedule. So you can request a pickup weekly or when needed by using our handy pickup tool. And when it comes to orders as safety and securely, the security of the packages, when they're delivered, 73% of retailers ensure packages are delivered securely when they aren't home to receive them. They're more likely to shop with you again. So you want to partner with a delivery carrier that will help you meet your customers' expectations. Through options like allowing secure forwarding in an alternate location if there's no one home to a post office or even a secure depot. Allowing shoppers to note delivery instructions as well, that their order as delivered is the best way in the best way possible for them. That could be at the back door or the front door or the side door, depending on what their needs are. So offer tracking as well to keep customers informed as their orders make their way to them. We can help you do all of this by providing convenient delivery to your home or community mailbox, which will not go unnoticed by shoppers and create a long lasting impression and build better relationships with your customers and still loyalty. With door to door delivery, community mailboxes, and parcel lockers, Canada Post is well equipped to get your order into your customer's hands. Our retail network spans 6,100 postal offices across the country, where customers and consumers can feel that their parcels are going to be secured and accepted and delivered. So over the course of the past year, our operations team and employees have been working tirelessly to deliver packages to Canadians across the country. As we understand the increased reliance on online shopping and the importance of receiving their orders. So another valuable aspect of shipping is controlling returns. So returns increased by 9% in 2020, with 46% of shoppers saying they completed a return last year. That's a lot. So retailers new to the online selling world are often surprised by this number of returns that they receive. And it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the quality of your product or service. It's an industry-wide challenge, one that many are turning into a competitive advantage. In a survey conducted last year, 76% claim to shop more with retailers who provide free returns, whereas 80% of them say they won't shop with a retailer again after a bad returns experience. So what does this mean for your business? Returns is an area of opportunity because customers want to feel confident about shopping with your business, especially if they're buying from you for the first time. With online shopping increasing at the pace that it is, you want to be prepared with a return strategy and process that will enable you to manage it efficiently. So here's some food for thought. Offer a returns policy that gives you the basics upfront. Returns timeline and costs if applicable, whether you provide a return label in the shipment or via email. Consider label accessibility. Label on demand will require your customer to print the label themselves or incur a cost to have it printed themselves somewhere else. So it's a bit of a hassle for customers. Are you comfortable with this being their experience? So e-commerce enables you to sell to consumers both near and far. Can you afford the cost of free returns for someone shipping something back halfway around the world? Will they accept these fees if there's any? Clarity upfront will help you avoid disappointment later on. So here are a few important elements to consider. Make sure that your policy, including any cost for the customer and refund timelines, is clearly outlined and easy to find on the site to keep customers informed and confident in their purchase. When determining how you provide return labels, think of the customer's ease and accessibility. Label on demand means that you'll need to contact you somehow and print the label, for example, which may create friction in their end if they don't have a printer. With e-commerce, you're no longer limited to a given geographic area or customer base. So keep this in mind when you're thinking about returns and associated costs to your businesses and customers. So there's so much to consider when you're starting an online business and setting up your shipping operations for success. But it's important to note that a lot hasn't changed with the traditional retail model. Consumers love quality products. They want to deal with a reputable business. They like having different options, whether it's in the choice of products and services or in delivery options. So implement shipping best practices and make your shipping count to really deliver on the customer experience. Leverage our network to reach every Canadian. Provide your customers with up-to-date tracking. Ship with confidence that your parcel will be securely accepted and delivered. And offer a returns policy that's hassle-free affordable, and convenient. So shipping and delivery, it's an extension of your customer's experience and brand, whether you are just getting started or you're starting to grow. So therefore, you want to ensure you're thinking about this and planning for these important elements from the get-go. We hope these tips and strategies help you build a game plan for success. Thank you for everyone who tuned in.
Thank you so much, Jeff. That was very informative. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions and hopefully help these entrepreneurs. So Jeff, from your experience, what are some of the biggest mistakes new entrepreneurs are making when shipping products?
That's a great question. Not selecting the appropriate platform that suits their shipping needs or pace, I think is the biggest mistake. You want to ensure that you have a platform that caters to your requirements and your day-to-day needs. So that when you're shipping out orders, everything goes smoothly in your day-to-day, and you're using time to the best way possible.
As we care for the environment and work to use sustainable packaging that ensures our product reach customers safely, what type of packaging do you recommend for Indigenous entrepreneurs?
It's another great one. I would say for packing, using less is more, and no matter what packaging that you're actually looking to use. So I've seen customers ship small items in large boxes. This isn't good for cost, security, or the environment. So I would recommend having different box sizes to accommodate your every product needs so that it fits snugly. Yeah, I think that would be the best approach. I often see customers with one box size, one box fits all. If you have a uniquely shaped product like a poster or shoes, you're not going to want, if it's shoes, you're not going to want a box that fits the shoes like super cut, but you're going to want to use the most appropriate square shaped rectangular box that fits it snugly still. But you want to ensure that the boxes that you use can be used for multiple products so that you're not outsourcing, 30 different boxes. But it really depends. If you're only selling shoes, then maybe you have unique cardboard boxes that are uniquely set up to fit in various size shoes. But if you have multiple products from different product lines, then having like a small, medium, large box would be an ideal practice.
Jeff, our final question today is, what is your advice for Indigenous entrepreneurs starting up today?
Research, research, and research. And I say that because the e-commerce world is one that changes every single day. My advice is to learn what marketing channels best suit your brand and putting yourself into the driver's seat with technology, be it the platform or hardware, like printers for fulfillment. Having these things in place save you in growing pains in the future and being valuable to the overall customer experience.
Amazing, Jeff. Thank you so much for being with us today to share your knowledge about how to ship.
Thank you so much, Sunshine.
And a big thanks to Canada Post for making this session possible. Thank you for joining us for the Powwow Pitch Indigenous Startup Program Learning Series to connect Indigenous entrepreneurs with experts, organizations, training, tools, and resources to start and grow thriving businesses. Thank you to our co-presenting partners, RBC, Facebook, and Shopify. To our producers, Victoria Lennox and Cyprian Shalankevich. And to everyone who makes Powwow Pitch possible. Be sure to visit powwowpitch.org to explore how we can help support you and start your business and sign up to our newsletter. Until next time, I'm your host, Sunshine Tenasco. Miigwech.